All right, so right now we've got some of the best credit card offers going on that I've seen in a long time. So if you're in the market for a new credit card or you just want to take advantage of a great sign-up bonus, then now is the perfect time to do that. So in this video, let's go over the top credit card offers that I'm seeing right now that you might or might not know about, starting with the first offer here, which is the 100,000 point sign-up bonus on the Chase Sapphire Preferred. Now, this is an offer that you probably have heard of by now just because everyone out there has been talking about it. And the reason why it's getting so much attention lately is just because we really don't see Chase offer bonuses this high anymore, especially on a credit card that only has a $95 annual fee. So with this offer, you're going to be able to earn 100,000 points after spending $5,000 in the first 3 months of account opening. And that's going to be up from the standard offer on this card for 60,000 points after $4,000 of spending in the first 3 months. That means there is going to be a bit of a higher minimum spend here, but also a much higher amount of bonus points that you get in exchange for that. And since everyone asked me about when exactly this offer is going to end, I figured I'd just tell you right now that as of filming this video, there's not any known end date at the moment, but I'll try to keep you guys updated here on this YouTube channel as I learn more, so make sure to go ahead and subscribe down below if you haven't already. Now, 100,000 points are going to be worth at least 1.25 cents per point at a minimum on the Sapphire Preferred, thanks to its 25% points boost feature when booking travel through the Chase travel portal. So that makes this limited time offer worth at least $1,250, which is just a massive amount of upfront value. However, when you're able to take advantage of the awesome transfer partners that you have here on this card, including Hyatt, to me, 100,000 points is going to be worth a lot closer to at least 2 cents per point or even higher, and that is going to make this offer worth at least $2,000 towards travel. Now, I personally think this is going to be a great credit card that's worth keeping for the long term as sort of the centerpiece of a Chase trifecta setup because of those transfer partners it has. And that's because what you could do is you can go ahead and take other Chase credit cards like the Freedom Unlimited, for example, and then actually combine the rewards earned under that card with the Chase Sapphire Preferred to transfer and then redeem for more travel value as well. Now, funny enough, the Chase Freedom Unlimited is actually going to be the next credit card that I want to talk about here in this video, and that's because there's going to be a limited time offer running on this card as well. So right now on this no annual fee credit card, you can earn a $250 bonus after spending $500 on purchases within the first 3 months of account opening. And what's really cool here is that even though this is going to be marketed as more of a cashback credit card, when you go and read the fine print over on Chase's website, you're going to see they say cashback rewards are actually tracked as points, and each $1 in cashback rewards is equal to 100 points. That means that in the case of the sign-up bonus, $250 is actually earned as 25,000 ultimate rewards points, and the 1.5% cashback on all other purchases that you can earn with this card is actually earned as 1.5x points per dollar. Then, like I said, when you have a card like the Sapphire Preferred or even the Sapphire Reserve, you could take whatever points you earn here on this card and combine them all together. And again, that lets you then take advantage of the points boost features or transfer partners that you have access to on each of those Sapphire cards. So just like how I would transfer points to programs like Hyatt using the CSP to get closer to 2 cents per point, I would do the exact same thing here with the 25,000 points earned on this Freedom Unlimited offer by moving them over to the CSP to transfer and get closer to $500 in travel value for this limited time deal. As always though, your mileage may vary, but if you're a beginner with all this points and miles stuff and you're just not really sure how all of it works yet, then we have a pretty cool resource you can go ahead and check out with our free 7-day email course we'll link to down below. That course is going to walk you through sort of the ins and the outs of the points and miles world and also kind of break down some of the confusing language into simpler terms. And then after you're done with that course, we'll also go ahead and start sending you our weekly newsletter that has plenty of step-by-step examples of redeeming points that you can learn from too. We give updates on the latest transfer bonuses inside that newsletter as well, and we also cover a bunch of other personal finance and credit card news to know about. So again, the link to that free email course is going to be down below in the description underneath the like and the subscribe button, and we hope you get some good value from that. Now, after those 2 Chase credit cards, there's another super popular card that's still running a really great deal at the moment as well, and that is going to be the Capital One Venture card that I want to talk about next here. The Capital One Venture is like the $95 younger brother to the $395 per year Venture X card, but with this offer, the younger brother with the Venture actually becomes the better value because on top of getting 75,000 miles after spending $4,000 in the first 3 months of account opening, you're also going to get a $250 travel credit. Now, that travel credit has to be used within the Capital One travel portal, and it also has to be used within 1 year of account opening before it expires according to the terms on Capital One's website. But still, when you combine this credit here with the miles earned from this offer as well, this offer is going to really be almost as good as anything else you'll find out there right now. That's because the Venture card also comes with transfer partners, and with the same 2 cent per point or 2 cent per mile target redemption rate from transferring, those 75,000 miles become worth around $1,500 in value. Then when you add in the $250 Capital One travel credit on top of that, you're looking at around $1,750 in total value, all on just a single $95 per year credit card. Plus, this card is also a solid catch-all option, earning 2x miles per dollar on everything as well. There's also a bunch of other good features on the Venture card, like the ability to earn 5x miles per dollar on hotels, vacation rentals, and rental cars booked through Capital One Travel. And you've even got up to a $120 credit for global entry or TSA pre-check. That's honestly pretty rare for a card with this low of an annual fee. To me, I'd say that out of these first 3 limited time offers, I would prioritize the Chase Sapphire Preferred 100K offer first, then this Capital One Venture offer, then the Chase Freedom Unlimited offer after that. But if none of these interest you, or you're just not eligible for any of those deals or something like that, then next year we've also got a few more really great credit cards like the Citi Strata Premier, which has actually been running a limited time offer for a while now. Hey guys, Future Daniel here, and unfortunately, like 2 days after I filmed this video, Citi decided to decrease the limited time offer on the Strata Premier from 75,000 points, where it was for like the past year, down to only 60,000 points. So still a good card, still a good deal, but probably not deserving to be in this video anymore for limited time credit card offers. So just wanted to make a quick note about that, and we'll get back to the video right now. So next, let's go ahead and jump over to American Express with their Marriott Bonvoy Bevy and Bonvoy Brilliant cards. The Bevy card has a $250 annual fee and is currently running an offer for 155,000 Marriott points after spending $5,000 in purchases in the first 6 months, and that offer is running until May 14th, 2025, according to the Amex website. Then over on the Brilliant card, this one has a $650 annual fee and is currently running an offer for 185,000 Marriott points after spending $6,000 in the first 6 months, and that offer also has the same May 14th expiration date. Now, a few things to consider here with these credit cards. So even though the amount of points earned here is going to look like it's actually more than some of those other cards we talked about before, it's important to know that Marriott points are not nearly as valuable as some of the more flexible currencies like Chase points or Capital One miles. That's because by earning those Marriott points, you're effectively then going to be locked into using those for only Marriott redemptions later on, and Marriott uses a pretty expensive dynamic pricing structure on their award nights, so the value of those points are worth only somewhere around 0.7 to 0.9 cents per point on average. Now, obviously, sometimes you can find better deals than that, and sometimes you can find worse deals. And also, technically, you can transfer Marriott points to a number of airline programs, but typically you can only do that at a 3-to-1 rate, which is going to devalue your points a lot, and I wouldn't really recommend it. So with an offer like 185,000 points on the Bonvoy Brilliant card, you should expect that to be worth somewhere around $1,295 at 0.7 cents per point, or around $1,665 at 0.9 cents per point, which would still be really good value. And maybe you're even able to find deals getting closer to 1.2 to maybe 1.5 cents per point if you know where to look and it makes sense for you. However, you still want to account for the annual fees here as well. But for a card like the Bonvoy Brilliant, that $650 annual fee and this bonus might be worth it, considering there's going to be a bunch of other really cool features and benefits here on this credit card. And that's going to include Platinum Elite status with Marriott, which gets you things like free room upgrades and free breakfast. All right, now next, there's going to be 3 American Express Hilton credit card offers going on right now at this moment that could be worth taking advantage of as well if you're more of a Hilton person. So jumping over to the Amex website, first we have the no annual fee Hilton Honors American Express card offering 70,000 Hilton points plus a free night reward after spending $2,000 in the first 6 months. This card's offer and the limited time offers on the rest of these Hilton credit cards are going to end on April 29th, 2025, so just be aware of that. And then next, we've also got the $150 per year Hilton Honors Surpass card offering 130,000 Hilton points plus a free night reward after spending $3,000 in the first 6 months. And then finally, we have the $550 Hilton Honors Aspire card offering 175,000 points after spending $6,000 in the first 6 months. And there's already going to be a free night reward that comes standard on this card every single year just by having it, so that's not going to be an extra part of this card's offer. You also get top tier Hilton Diamond status just by holding this Aspire card, which is going to get you upgrades and free breakfast benefits over here within this hotel program as well. But really, any one of these credit card offers are going to be good for a slightly higher amount of points and the free night that you get for a standard room that can be used at most Hilton properties. Just be aware though that like Marriott points, Hilton points are not as valuable as they seem on the surface, so Hilton points are typically worth closer to 0.5 to 0.6 cents per point on average, even though, like I always say, with any points program, your mileage may vary and there's definitely times where you can get more or less than that value. But at around 0.5 cents per point, the 175,000 point offer on the top Aspire card would be worth $875 And then at around 0.6 cents per point, that same offer would be worth $1,050, just to give you a point of reference on the value here. So definitely some very good deals here for these credit cards if you're in the market for a Hilton card and some Hilton points. Now for airline credit cards, there's also some pretty good limited time offers on a couple of airline cards within One World Alliance right now. So next year, let's go ahead and move on to a card from American Airlines. The Barclays Advantage Aviator Red World Elite MasterCard is going to be another great option here for this video for limited time offers. And over on the Barclays website, you can see that the offer for this card is for 70,000 miles, which is up from the standard 60,000 miles. However, the really cool thing here is that unlike most other credit card offers out there, the only qualifying activity you have to do is make your first purchase and pay the annual fee in full. And you have to do both of those things within the first 90 days, and then you just get your bonus. There's no higher minimum spend requirements to meet or anything like that. So this card is going to be a great deal for that reason alone. But then also this elevated offer that's going on right now makes it even better. One other thing that's worth noting is that the Barclays and American Airlines partnership is going to be ending in 2026 when Citi will become the exclusive issuer for American co-branded cards. So in a press release, American Airlines said Citi will be acquiring the Barclays American co-branded card portfolio, and they're going to be transitioning card members over to the Citi portfolio in 2026. So that means that even though this Barclays card is available right now through this issuer, you probably won't be a Barclays customer for too long. There's also some other limited time offers going on with the Avios currency credit cards issued by Chase right now, and those are going to be the credit cards for British Airways, Iberia, and Aer Lingus. Right now, each one of those cards has an offer for 85,000 Avios after spending $5,000 in the first 3 months of account opening, and each one of those cards also comes with a $95 annual fee that's good to be aware of. Now, to me right now, I think the best way to redeem Avios is actually going to be by moving the Avios that you have from any one of the programs associated with these cards over to Qatar Airways, who also uses the Avios currency. And that's because right now Qatar typically just has better award pricing for One World award seats from different airlines within that alliance, where you could probably get somewhere close to 1.5 cents per point in value over here. Again, depending on the situation, obviously. So to me, 85,000 Avios from the sign-up bonus on any one of these 3 credit card offers could then be worth around $1,275 at that 1.5 cent per point valuation. And that's going to be another great deal if you're under the Chase 524 rule and you want to consider one of these cards. So yeah, lots of great credit card offers going on right now. But like I said, that 100K Sapphire Preferred offer is going to be the top one you want to prioritize if you can. So if you want to learn more details about that CSP offer, like who's eligible for it, then make sure to go ahead and check out this video over here on the screen next. But as always, thanks so much for watching.